In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to create a new model using the wizard in Visual Studio. So here you can see I am running Visual Studio. It's important to note that you always need to be running in Administrator if you're going to be developing for Dynamics 365 for finance and operations. So we'll first start off by going to the Dynamics 365 menu at the top here. We'll go to Model Management and click Create Model. Once the wizard displays, here you can see we first need to add our metadata or parameters. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a new model. And I'm just going to go ahead and call this DB Fleet Management. And in the model publisher, you'll just go ahead and put in your name or the publisher. So I'm just going to say, I'll put my name in here. And then we'll go ahead and specify the layer. So for this example, I'm going to be using the var layer, but just as a reminder, companies utilizing the system for their daily operations would normally use the cus layer. We can see the version is automatically inputted here, and then I can go ahead and give this a description. And then as you can see, we can change the model display name if we wanted to. I'm just going to leave it as is. I can then go ahead and click the next button, and this is where we are going to be specifying if we are going to be customizing or overlaying, or if we're going to be extending. And you'll notice if you read the description here, if I create a new package, you'll choose this option to extend the application. If I select an existing package, we're going to choose this if we are going to be customizing. So since we generally do, or we basically never want to be customizing, I'm just going to select create new package. Now, if I was selecting an existing package to customize, I would then use this drop down to then select the model or the package that I'm going to be customizing. I'm going to go ahead and click create new package, and we'll go ahead and click next. Now, since we are extending, we need to select the packages that we are going to be referencing. So say I want to extend something that or an element that is within the application suite package, I would need to select that or else I can't extend it or create an extension. I would go through here and select the models or the packages. So you can see here we have the package, and then in the brackets we have the model name. So I'll go ahead and go through here. I'll always select the application suite. I can also go and select application platform, common, and foundation. Those are some general base packages you'll usually want to reference. And since we're going to be working with the fleet management scenario, I'm also going to go down here and select the fleet management package as well. Once you're done selecting all of the packages that you want to reference, we'll go ahead and click next, and we'll see a summary of our new model that we're creating. These two are important as well. We do want to create a new project, and I generally don't want to make this my default model for new projects. Now, if that's going to be the model you're always using, this is great, but I'm just going to go ahead and uncheck this, and I'll go ahead and click finish. And now a new project screen will display, and we'll name our new project. So once that displays, we can then go ahead and create a new project. So I'll just go ahead and call this our DB. Something that I should point out as well is we can see the solution name, and it's important to note the location as well. And I'll go ahead and click OK. And as you can see, if I look over here on the right, I have my solution and then I have my project within the solution. I can see here which layer that we are working in, and then I can see the model that we're working in as well. Now let's take a look and see where this new model lives within our file structure. So if I just click on my File Explorer down here at the bottom, I'm going to navigate to my C drive. Now, it's important to note if you're working on an Azure hosted environment, it will most likely be on the J drive. Since I'm on a locally hosted, this will be on the C drive for me, but we're going to go to the AOS service. This will be under Packages Local Directory. And then as you can see, these are all of the different models. And if I scroll down, I'll be able to see my new model that I just created. And if I double click into it, I have the DB Fleet Management folder here. It includes all of our different elements. So you can see here we have, an AX form, we have an enum. So we have all the different element types here. And if I had, for instance, a class within this model, I would go to the AX classes folder, AX class folder, and I would see those listed here. There's nothing in my model at the moment in time. Now, if I go back, I can go to the descriptor file and I can see information about the model here. So I'll just open this in Notepad and we can see the references. So maybe you need to add a reference. You can also do this within model management, but we can do it here too. So here we can see the version number information. We can see the display name here. We can see if this is a locked package or not. We can see the layer that we're working in and so on in the descriptor folder. I'll just go ahead and close this out and now we can begin to develop in our new model.